Technical difficulties. Start us off, Smitty.
Welcome to Pick Central. Brandon Walker not here today. You're joined by Martin Mush, Double Vodka Don, Smitty from home, Megan making money from home. You guys are looking great, though. Can't hear you, but you look fantastic on a Super Bowl week. No less. Megan, how are you?
I'm great. Still, nursing one kid at home sick, but hopefully she'll be back to school for Friday for her hoedown. Pretty excited about that myself. Excited for a hoedown.
When I heard nursing, I thought
it's funny
you
how
were...
that works too. I feel bad for
yours.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I don't hear anything.
I can't hear them.
You can or you cannot?
He's saying you can hear us?
Yes, we can hear you.
I can't hear any of them.
The tough one.
Could be a problem.
It could be a huge problem with two people on Zoom.
All right, I'll give you. I'll just go boom or boom.
Should I start?
Yeah, let's go. We can just sit here and
Pick Central is brought to you by the Barstool Sportsbook, Barstool exclusives, picks and parlays from Big Cat, El Prez, Marty, Big Ev, Megan Making Money, and other personalities to follow or fade. Tons of ways to bet. Daily odds boosts, including Marty's GPS, is available tonight. And if you go to the Barstool Sportsbook Twitter right now, you can vote for who the third person is on the GPS because we're bringing it to the people. Move the line, teasers, easy to navigate and use. And again, if you are a new user, especially it's a great week to do it for the big game. You can download today and create an account. $1,000 new player bonus. If your first bet loses, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. It's $1,000 bonus cash. If you're a gambler, you're going to gamble, you might as well sign up for the Barstool Sportsbook and use it. I'm here today with Big Ev, Megan Making Money, and Smitty. I will say we can't hear him.
No.
At the moment.
Can't hear anything.
So Smitty, try hopefully talking. We'll get them on soon because I'm just looking at Smitty's face right now. But I'm just gonna, we'll talk about something right now, Big Ev.
Yeah, you talk about something.
I had the Suns last night. It's my first NBA game I watched. That
Great
team
start.
deserves nothing. Absolutely. They were up 12 with 2 minutes left. They almost went to overtime because they're scumbags and don't try. And I have a couple notes from NBA games.
Yeah. Okay.
Just figure this out now. You didn't figure it out when they got absolutely curb stomped against the fucking Mavericks last year.
I disagree, but continue.
That man
I'm just going to talk over the entire.
He's a good basketball player, but
so
continue.
good. 2, Cam Thomas is a piece. Who the fuck's this guy? LSU.
He's Kobe Bryant. Oh,
play basketball.
Oh,
we got sound.
Can you hear us?
we hear you.
Again.
Oh!
We're back.
All right, attaboy.
We're back.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right.
Did you see the Mike fiasco yesterday at Barstool Live?
No. Oh, at KFC at first?
Then just none of the microphones were working yesterday.
Yeah, that
Capacitors
makes sense.
down.
Yeah,
Just
I
kept
heard,
giving Kirk the mics that weren't working.
I heard him keep giving. I told KFC put it into it. Was like he was sucking off his mic, and they were like, "Oh, put it closer to your mouth." It's like it's not working. I love when TGA gets a little frazzled too, because he needs a little frazzle into him. He's been flying under the radar too much.
I do always like a situation like that. I always feel bad for the behind the scenes guys where everything was working perfectly fine.
Yeah.
The second we go live, it just turned off.
You know it. Yeah.
What can they do about that?
No,
they just got fucked.
They check it too. But yeah, hey, the Suns. Fuck the Suns. They're pieces of shit.
But Spin Zone, St. John's would have been so much worse.
Bro, they were up
Butler was unbelievable.
60. They were up 66 to 61 with a minute left.
Yeah,
and they lost 68-66. And
did you see the ending sequence?
Yeah, and they should have. And he just didn't get it off, right?
But it was literally because they had point. So, actually, crazy there too. Butler had the ball twice and turned it over 2 consecutive times without getting free throws. So they were got it back twice. And then on the last possession, they put back 0.7 seconds on the clock, so there was 0.8. So you had somewhat of a catch and shoot or a little lob or something. They threw a lob to the center, it was perfect. But because the guy that was defending the inbounder just got a piece of it, the clock started early.
Yeah.
So it literally it was on his hand, literally as was leaving his fingertips right as it 0. and didn't get it off. And they gave it to him at first and then waved it off on the review.
That would have been brutal. But
I think Butler 1.5 was
NBA
incredible.
games at the end, they just didn't know what a full court press was. They just didn't understand how to get past it because they just turned it over. Also, NBA players don't care until the fourth quarter. I've realized that. They just didn't give a fuck until there was 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
I struggle to watch NBA games. Like if I bet on it, I can't watch the fourth quarter because nothing that happens in the first half matters at all.
No, I'm not watching.
They'll be up 20. It doesn't mean anything.
I will not bet on the NBA for this ladder challenge ever again.
I did watch the Lakers last night, but I even only watched I watched the second half.
Let's talk about that real fast. Because then we'll get a little to NFL. Because people are DMing me nonstop things about the Eagles to tell Smitty. Nonstop.
Like good things or bad things?
Bad things. And I'm not even, like, I'm told you, I might be betting the Eagles. Like, I'm still not even sold yet. But first, LeBron breaks the scoring record and loses to the Thunder.
Yep.
That is what people are not talking about. I'm going to stand up for probably the wrong side of what people are saying. The reason why you go to the game is to show off to your friends and people that you were there, and you're going to record on your phone that he scored the winning basket. I understand that you should be in the moment, sure. But, like, that's just what today is. That is today's age. You're going to film it and put it on your Instagram story, and everyone's going to be like, oh, fuck, you were there?
Well, see, I didn't understand the bewilderment by it. If you look at like any major moment of the last like 5 years, I guarantee that's what it looks like.
Exactly.
Look at any judge at bat for that like 3 week span where he's looking for 60.
And what was it? Who was down there? Phil Knight?
Everybody was there.
No, but who wasn't? He was just the only one not on his phone.
Oh, I don't know. But I mean, I just didn't understand people being like so surprised by it. Like, what else would you expect that scene to look like?
What do you guys think?
It makes me think of that picture of like, I think it's like the Pope walking by or something, but like there's a guardrail and like everyone has their phones out besides for this like elderly woman who probably does not know how to work a phone.
Yeah.
So it's like, everyone with the fucking phone is going to have it out. Like, why would we not? Like, that's why we have cameras on our phones so that we could be like, we were here.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone's like, oh, you'll see it better on ESPN or whatever. It's like, you bought those tickets to see that moment. You're gonna want to remember it, and like you look on your phone later. It's like Jeter's last game or Jeter. I've took so many pictures. I was like, I want to remember that I was here. Like I don't get. Everyone's like, oh, enjoy the moment. Who gives a fuck? Just film it. I don't understand why everyone's upset. I feel like Smitty, you're definitely one of those who like put your phone away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Old man. Here's that old man yelling at clouds.
I'm not old man yelling at clouds. Look, I personally would not be doing that, but I'm not going to begrudge other people for doing that. It's your phone. It's your memories. Do what the fuck you want.
I just feel like if you're at the Super Bowl, you're going to probably film that last play.
I mean, I'm in a different position because the only Super Bowl I was at, we had cameras on us.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I'm not going to be filming. Like it's different. If I didn't grow up in this world, maybe. But since I'm ingrained in it, like
I think we have to take ourselves out of it because we're on camera every single day. Our life is filmed wherever we go. But
you know what I can't stand, and Megan, I want to hear your opinion on this. Is one thing about like dads and moms filming children's plays or like concerts and stuff. I get that. But the dad filming the ride and show at Disney World, what the fuck are you doing, pal? When are you going to watch that again?
Yeah, no, I would never do that. Me personally, either. I don't like. That's not for me. Like, I'm not a Disney adult. So like, that's not something that I would ever want to see again. Like, I loved Disney the one time that I went with my kids, but at the same time, it's like I don't give a fuck about the story. I mean, I've watched how many Disney movies? Like, that does nothing for me. I mean, sports moments though, those do something for me. But like filming the ride at Disney does not. I mean, unless it's my kid's face. Like, I'll take, like, a picture and see, like, how happy, like, she was, like, to watch the Little Mermaid ride, but, like, not the Little Mermaid ride. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, filming the ride's weird. It's a weird thing.
Do people do that, or is it just my dad?
No, people do that. It's weird.
Okay.
No, I just think that it was just a little, like, it's a little over everyone's like freaking the fuck out. But the thing that they should be watching, we're not allowed to show anything from it? Like Anthony Davis, we're allowed to show that or no?
Oh, yeah, we can get that pulled up.
Yeah, can we pull up Anthony? Did you guys see Anthony Davis?
No.
So Anthony Davis, one after the game, he was just pissed because they lost, and the Lakers are fucking struggling. But after LeBron hit the shot, before he even hit it, yeah, watch it. It's crazy, kind of.
Have to watch Anthony Davis react to LeBron breaking the scoring record.
So there he is, number 3. He just took a seat. Happens. Every one of his teammates go nuts. He's sitting on the bench. All right, that's good.
There's just
So
I love that. I love that so much.
Nothing
I'm
like-
Sorry, like that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like everyone had their phones out, and AD's just like, "Who gives a fuck? We all knew this was about to happen. I don't care."
And nothing like watching Jack Max watch Anthony Davis not watch LeBron break the record.
So
That's exactly what I want to see.
A couple of thoughts on it. It's like, I think you have to fake it. I think as a teammate, you have, like, obviously you don't. I think you just got to go like this, and then that's it. Like, you don't have to actually care. Like, we all knew it was going to happen. He's the most selfish guy in the world, and I'm okay with it. He got custom headphones with the 38 whatever the number was. He wore it last night. He was getting it no matter what. You knew what he was going to do. But I just think that you got to fake it. You're a teammate.
I love the pettiness. The pettiness is fucking. That's why the NBA is the NBA, just because of like the pettiness. Like,
Yeah.
like I love it.
He probably was. Anthony Davis was probably just pissed. He's like, "Fuck! I just went to the Lakers and won a fake champion. Did he win that? He won the fake championship.
No, he won. He won.
He won the fake championship, and he's on a team that now is trading for Rui Hachimura, and they suck. They do suck. They do. And I love Pat Bev. I like the guys on their team. Well, Russell Westbrook, I don't care for, but like they just are not a good basketball team, and I think he's just getting frustrated.
Well, I think as much as LeBron deserves credit for being so good as old as he is still, he definitely deserves blame for being a horrible GM. Like, I think the Lakers have given him and listen, he did it in the Cavs too, and some things worked out, some things didn't. But as kind of like the constructing the Lakers, which I don't care what anyone says, he's had a lot of say in a lot of these decisions. It's been on record that point blank, he basically had the decision with DeRozan or Westbrook, which I couldn't even fathom making that decision. Even you can say hindsight. I remember I said it the day of it. Everyone was saying it the day of. I mean, Westbrook, like, he's a selfish player, ball dominant with another ball dominant guy. They have no shooters. Like, you could actually got a shooter. I just don't understand. They have no shooters in the team at all. I mean, I just don't get it. And I can see how Anthony Davis is frustrated, where kind of this like big part of his career, they got their like championship in the bubble, and now this big part of his career has kind of just become like LeBron James's like career victory lap, where they just suck. He's on the shitty ass team, which he has been hurt a lot. So not to totally like he's been hurt a lot too, but
He's hurt all the time.
but this end of his career has just become this like LeBron just collecting all his like final accolades. He's just sitting there like,
his
we
arc
suck.
was he was going to be another LeBron, another Durant
Yes,
guy,
exactly.
and he has sneakily just become like a Pippen, and I feel like that's probably very frustrating for him.
But I don't even say a Pippen. Like he's just hurt a lot.
Well, no, but he's like
But I
he's
agree.
taking second chair to LeBron's moments.
he
and
should
stuff
go
like
back
that.
to-
Yeah, but he's not even like, and not like his, not to poo-poo his like skill set, because when he's healthy, he's incredible. But he's been so hurt. Like Pippen is even like a stretch.
Yeah, no, he is.
Like he
No,
doesn't
yeah,
play.
he's
He's won one title.
Hyper talented, but it's just like he's sort of taking a back seat because of the injuries.
He's very much become irrelevant. I haven't thought about Anthony Davis.
No, not at all. He like irrelevant. Like no one, you don't hear about him ever.
ever.
And literally, the last time I thought about him is when he left the Pels. I feel like that was
he
forever
could
ago.
be one of the best
Is
players.
Zion more relevant?
Zion's definitely more talked about for sure.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah,
more
I would say
relevant.
so.
Like in the media, on like Sports Center, all the like media sports
You're
outlets.
thinking of the Lakers. You're not thinking anything about Anthony Davis.
No, not
Well,
really.
Even Zion, like he's either being praised or being absolutely shat on for being fat or not doing this or not doing that. So they're talking about him either way.
So I don't know. He broke the record. Good.
Yay.
Like good. He's got 2 more years. No one's probably ever gonna break. They might because
I don't think so. I don't think anyone's gonna. I don't
know, man.
There's one guy I could see doing it.
Who, like Luka or somebody?
I could see maybe Steph if he just plays for long enough. He could maybe.
I just think I don't totally disagree. I just think when you really look at how like LeBron's been averaging 25 points for plus for literally 20 years straight.
Right.
I don't think Steph can.
Can you look up where's
not 20
Steph
years
at
straight.
right
He's
now?
still pretty far down the list, but I mean he's climbing very quickly.
But he's
I just
also,
couldn't see. I just feel like Steph's probably 33 if I had to guess.
But
Steph
also
has
scoring has
the-
become like very inflated over this past year. Like we've seen a bunch of guys scoring 25. That there could be a guy like Luka who's in the league who's only like 20, 21, 22 who could average 30 for his whole career.
But he's gonna have to average 30 for literally like 19 years.
But the
straight.
thing is, he might like the
it could
way
be like passing yards. Like Dan Marino get absolutely lapped.
But I mean, you say that though, but then this record also lasts for 40 years.
But I think I agree 100%. I agree with you.
Like
but
it's not like the NFL passing records where it's just gonna like we're literally watching it about to just get broken over and over again. Probably.
I know this is a weird question, but
He's 39th all time
Through 860 games.
That is nuts.
You know-
All the games around him are way higher besides George Gervin.
love George Gervin.
this is my weird question. Do you think like since everyone like is now becoming, not everyone, but like a lot more athletes are becoming like more body conscious, like as far as like eating healthy, being vegan, this and that like in 25 years we're gonna have like a GMO athletes like to where they're just way better because they've been just treating their bodies just so much better than everyone else?
I think we're like already there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're already there, but you also have your Julio Francos of the world who probably still could be playing at 70 years old right now.
That just lasts just longer and longer.
I mean, look at like basically the biggest stars like Brady, obviously like LeBron, like these guys. Like I mean, it's crazy. The longevity they've had is just insane.
I mean, that's why
Absolutely
I think
insane.
Steph has that chance because one, he shoots way more threes.
Yep.
That's just a fact. That's math. And two, his body's not getting smoked every night like LeBron.
He's been nicked up a lot this year, though.
No, I know. It's just more of his ankles stay. Like
Yeah, but you gotta really think about still like for him to break it, he'd have to average like probably 30 for the next like 8 years in a row. We're talking at least like 40, 41.
I'm just saying, there's
beat
not
LeBron.
time.
To beat LeBron, you got to be playing 82 games.
He's got to play a lot of
Yeah.
games.
Averaging that.
It's just that, like, and I agree. I'm not like I'm just trying to play.
I love
devil's
Steph.
advocate.
I just think it's a tough.
I just
It's a lot
think
of
that
points.
a little bit of like there's just not. Cam Thomas is dropping 40 a night. Like there's people that there's defense isn't really much of a thing where it was more. I think even when
Linsanity dropped 40 a night for like 5 games straight. So.
No, I know, but I'm just saying like he is the new Linsanity.
He is.
Cause
He is.
It's I don't know where the fuck he came. LSU, but then I don't know what happened. But yeah, I don't know. It's incredible. I think that. Did you see LeBron also after the game being like, "Yeah, no, I am the greatest player to ever. You put me up against anyone, any year, any fucking era. I'm the best. I'm the best player to ever live." You know what? I respect it.
Yeah, see that's one where I think people try to nitpick him too much sometimes. Like he's in a lot of shit that he's corny, or whatever. But if Jordan said that, they'd be like, "Yeah, like
Yes.
he's a fucking assassin. Of course he's better than everyone." LeBron says it, they're like, "Oh, what an arrogant fucking asshole." Blah blah blah. Like I think that's just the way. Like, and he's always gonna get that treatment. And there's people like Brandon Walker who like last question, like, I don't get why everyone hates him so much. They hate him because he's a dickhead.
Yeah.
But I'll also stick up for Brandon on one part where he definitely gets crazy hate that he doesn't deserve, but he also deserves a lot of hate on the other end because he does do corny shit.
I think if social media was around more for Michael Jordan, he'd get the same thing.
Dude, Michael Jordan. I
think so too. It's the same thing we see with like music artists all the time and like actors where like you just get so cool that people just it becomes cool to be like fuck that guy.
Yeah,
and it just became cool to say fuck LeBron.
I saw a blog by Jordy when Wayne Gretzky broke the scoring title in the NHL. They like stopped the game and had like a whole ass ceremony in the middle of the game for him.
Oh, that's what they did. That's what they did
was around during that time.
Didn't they do it for LeBron?
That's what they did for Pete Rose and Bonds.
They did it for.
Didn't they do it for Brady?
They did it for Brady.
Yeah, I don't think
they did it for Brady.
Well, they've done it for everybody.
Yeah,
I mean they did it for LeBron.
They did it for Breeze. They did it for Breeze when he broke the yards record.
Cal Ripken had an entire fucking victory lap in the 6.5 innings.
Yeah, Cal Ripken running around an entire baseball field is
Cal
very
Ripken-
funny for like a game streak.
When are we
really a participation trophy?
Yeah, when are we going to say he's a participation trophy where he just played in games? When are we going to start talking about that?
All right, you show up to work for 2,630 straight days.
You know what was crazy, though? Like, no one, I think about about 4 players last year played 162 games. Isn't that crazy?
Well, it's because everyone's on a hardo and it's like, I need to play so I can get the streak.
Like, I know, hey, can you turn the lights out for me?
The streak might actually discredit Cal Ripken because he was an amazing baseball player, and people really just remember him for the streak, but he's like one of the greatest shortstops of all time.
If he just wasn't such a hardo, it took one day off.
All time?
August.
Oh, absolutely.
Miguel Tejada might be better.
Absolutely, shortstops of all time.
Maybe for 1 year
Miguel
on
Tejada
Royals
can't even
when he's
come
MVP.
close.
You know I'm
Like, what
fucking
the fuck
around.
are you talking about?
You know who's better than?
You guys are
he's
the
better than your boy.
You guys have no idea what I'm trolling.
He's clear of your boy by far.
That's just stupid. That's just now you're gonna get
Keep
me
him, pal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll put it on Twitter. Is Cal Ripken better than
right?
Derek Jeter? The answer is 100% yes.
Well, I mean, you should.
100%
Derek Jeter now.
Yeah, everyone, go ahead. Like, tweet. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, what do you mean? He's just the best
A bunch
shortstop
of random guys on their couch on Twitter think he's better. Sick.
Yeah, just fucking look, idiot.
Well, I will say the GPS is up tonight, and you're having a bunch of random people, add the third player there. So if we
you
want
seem to value your opinion,
throw a
their
wrench
opinion
into
there, huh?
something.
But that to be nice. I'm not gonna be nice about talking about my boy Derek Jeter.
They're trying to put down the GOAT. It's crazy.
Best player. It's like it's like LeBron. Everyone just disrespects people that are good these days. It's just sad.
Yeah, it's tough.
You guys just sat there and called Cal Ripken a hardo loser.
I was kidding.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're also talking about.
Now you're just joking.
No, I was literally joking, but you are not. That's the problem.
What?
You are not.
Why would I joke
joking
about Derek Jeter? He sucks.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're just
Touché.
You're not kidding.
Yeah, Derek Jeter's bad.
Exactly.
It's bad.
That's what I'm saying. I
can't
joke, and I'm be honest. Cal Ripken was a good player, but Derek Jeter's terrible.
Nah, Ripken's trash.
God damn it. Stop.
Well, doesn't that feel
triggering
good
me.
to do every now and then, though?
What?
Just have like just a little back and forth like that.
Don't worry.
Smitty's in the
It's
studio and you
it's
yell.
fun to say ignorant shit sometimes.
You want to see you could bring up my top 5 Orioles that I said today. It's a good list.
Can I guess some?
Yeah, guess.
Mike Mussina.
Yup.
Great.
Okay.
Great
Zach
baseball
Britton.
player.
Nope. Zach Britton didn't make it.
He's not good enough of a Yankee to get that credit.
Yeah, I didn't. He was pissing me off as a Yankee. So.
Did you put Jeffrey Mayer on the list?
No.
He's in my top 5 Yankees of all time.
Chris Davis.
Great Yankee.
Yes. Manny Machado.
Manny
Freddie
Machado
Anderson?
legitimately might be the best Oriole of all time.
It probably is.
When he was at his peak, like his peak as an Oriole player, that's probably the best player they've ever had on their roster.
You fucking morons don't even know the name Brooks Robinson.
I know the name Brooks Robinson.
Look at the list.
I think sometimes old heads, we suck them off too much. I kind of like disrespecting the old heads, especially.
Shout out Nick Markakis, by the way, led the American League in WAR one team.
I want to say that I said this dead serious yesterday. As a Yankee fan, I feared Nick Markakis.
Oh, he's the best player.
I did not I hated.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Ev, you say that you would slap around the old players. You guys live in the old ages. You guys still blow Mickey Mantle and Yogi Berra and Babe Ruth.
Listen, Derek Jeter, brother.
Today.
You can take away.
Derek Jeter's been retired for 10 years.
We're talking Bernie Williams, brother.
He has been retired.
Bernie Williams.
Yeah,
I'm sure he would have been real good on the Tigers.
Yeah, but you're talking
nine other starters.
You're talking like the '60s and shit.
I said this today. One, you could take away all those championships, we'd still have the most. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do, we'd still have the most, and it doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't know. I was talking to Clemmer today. I was like, I don't know why people give so much of a fuck about players in the 20s and the 40s. They wouldn't make teams today. I don't.
Dude, no players in the. I'm sorry. That is the stupidest argument. Fucking, you think that someone's gonna be from the 40s is gonna be able to fucking hit a 109 miles per hour fastball? Are you serious? They would shit.
I mean, it's not. It's arbitrary. What you're saying is if you take a normal starter, if you take Pee Wee Reese at second base and tomorrow make him hit off of fucking Jacob deGrom, no, he's not going to be able to do that. But if he grew up hitting that in the system with the training today, he absolutely would.
I don't think they would.
I mean, no, because he would have smoked too many cigarettes. He would have been had to go work at age 12, quit school. Great Depression. You got to do
best
about all that shit.
All time. Who gives a fuck about the 20s? Like, who cares? I'm not there. I don't know anything about it. I'm talking about, we're here today to talk about history happening now.
Smitty, I'll give you a little. I do agree with you on. I think the elite players could have done that, but I think
not the ones substituting their income.
I think like the Ted Williams of the world and those guys, like they obviously, if they were given the proper equipment, they were used to seeing these fastballs when they were kids. I think they would have developed into great players, probably like similar to what they were.
I will say that was not average player. Old people. I love old people, so I will throw that out there.
Apologize to Pee Wee.
Greatest generation of them all. My fault to the old people. Not your generation, Smitty, but older than you, like your grandparents.
I just think there's a reason why I was a history minor in college, because it's the easiest fucking thing in the world. It's happened.
I did it too.
They tell you a story and you have to remember it. That's it. That's what's history.
It never changes.
It doesn't change.
It's the same in high school as it was in college.
Except for Pluto. Pluto became a planet and then not a planet. That was kind of confusing there for a while.
It's science, though.
Yeah, but it's still history, technically.
Yeah, I guess it's true. I was bad at science.
It's science history.
All right. Before we keep going, I want to talk to you guys about Game Time. I don't even really need this ad, because Game Time is the best thing to happen to Barstool Sports, the best thing to happen to the world, because literally last second tickets, they're the cheapest, they're the easiest, most reliable ticket system there is. I've been to Duke game. They put me on like the court basically for the cheapest possible. Like, people are going to concerts nonstop. Big Cat even bought tickets through them to put Roan and Max to the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl, they're getting tickets at Game Time. It's the best thing in the world. They cracked the code on how to score deals on last-minute tickets. Right now, Game Time has a special offer for the big game as well. All users, not just first-time users, can get $100 off their big game ticket purchase with code Barstool100. Barstool, I mean, you're an Eagles fan, you're in Arizona, go to the big game and buy the tickets through Game Time. Download the Game Time app or go to the website, enter your email, and redeem code PICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. If you're going to the big game, get $100 off your purchase with code Barstool100, even if you've bought tickets with Game Time before. It's the best app of all time.
That's a huge deal, too. $100, that'll give you like 2 souvenir beers at the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Maybe 3.
Let me hear your hate, Marty. Who's sliding in your DMs with a couple of opinions?
It's honestly, I feel like been nonstop. Let's see. One just told me, one guy just said, read off the quarterbacks that the Eagles have faced this year. Please, for the love of God, bring this to Smitty. Have him explain this.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, give me a real argument, not fucking. You all know I'm betting the Eagles. The Eagles are favored. The line hasn't moved at all, even though all this money's coming in on the fucking Chiefs. Like, give me a relevant argument other than
I thought all the money's on the Eagles.
Who's the quarterback?
And I agree with you, kind of, Smitty, where it's like you just played your schedule, but like that is something that they haven't played anyone good.
I just a devil's advocate.
They played Brock Purdy. If Brock Purdy played that entire game, the 49ers would have won, apparently.
But it is funny if you think about it, because obviously now, like, especially this year with like really like Burrow, like even going that much further, solidifying himself. Allen's there, Mahomes there, Lawrence jumps into the picture. You have like Lamar Jackson all in the AFC. And I think obviously now
they beat Trevor Lawrence, by the way, down 14-0 in the first quarter. Is that a quarterback?
Now there's been this big discrepancy in quarterbacks to the AFC and NFC, which is true, fair. But even if you look, like the teams that have been winning Super Bowls have been the NFC.
Yeah,
and I don't know how much relevance it has, like year to year, like the last few years compared to like this year, for example. But I do think just because the quarterbacks are better doesn't mean like the NFC is better in the trenches. Because, and I've said this a few times, like I just don't think you're going to see much better defensive fronts than the Niners throw at you.
The handles are pretty even, by the way.
They are. They are very even.
Yeah.
I just
it's a weird game. Like I'm very like
super weird.
It seems people are just very like. We'll see last minute. Like obviously, there's going to be a lot of money will flood in like Sunday, but I think it's been interesting that I feel like people have been very set. Like it's people have just like basically the second the game's ended, people have been like, all right, I'm on the Eagles or I'm on the Chiefs.
I think
it seems to be that's just like where they're at. That's it.
I honestly
no real like back and forth. No.
Do you think you'll know early in the game, or do you think it's gonna be close to?
So I did want to say this to you too, Marty, because I was watching. Rogers was talking about the game. He got asked about the game, and he thought like the exact opposite of you. That he thinks the Chiefs have to start out early or they're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was saying, he was like, listen, if the Chiefs get out early, like the Eagles have a good enough run game. Like say they jump out 14-0, like late first quarter, like second quarter, they can kind of stick to the run. They still can stick to the run game at that point. But he was basically more saying if the Eagles can jump out in front and then they just like lean on you with the run game. Obviously, listen, Mahomes is incredible. He can do anything. Like he's the ultimate X factor, like basically just football period at this point. Mm-hmm. He can kind of like just make up for all these deficiencies and maybe these places they lack. But he made a lot of sense when he was saying it, because I just think that puts like if they have to throw the ball like 60 times, he's the one guy that could maybe take advantage of that. But I don't think that's their like recipe to like. I think the Chiefs want to throw the ball maybe like 40 times. Like
and that's where I kind of 100% agree. If Patrick Mahomes, which he can, he's awesome. He's better than Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is still great. Patrick Mahomes is basically already an all-time quarterback. If he ended his career at the Super Bowl, win or lose, he's probably in the Hall of Fame. He is going to need to throw for 350-plus yards with a few touchdowns and be almost close to perfect to win this game. And if he does that, more power to him. He's the GOAT. Good for him. But if he doesn't do that or has a mistake or two, the Eagles are just so well-rounded, I don't see them losing.
But the Chiefs are well-rounded too, though. That's the thing. Well,
they're not.
Yes, they are, bro.
Go ahead.
How are they not? Like they have a.
Who's their receivers? Who's their receivers?
What do you mean?
They're well-rounded. I think the Eagles are a little bit more
well-rounded.
They're well-rounded.
You are triggered because the Chiefs are fucking the most well-rounded team there is. How are they not?
I think the Eagles. I don't think
they're the highest graded offensive line by PFF this year.
We're splitting hairs.
No, we're not. He just said they're not well rounded. That's
no, I'm saying come back. I'm trying to meet everyone in the middle here.
No, there's no middle after that.
They're
That's a statement that he said. It's wrong. Explain to me how. No, I want you to explain to me, Smitty, how the Chiefs are not well rounded, please, and I will answer whatever question you have.
They're a young team. They're relying on a couple rookies, especially on defense. Their offensive defensive
you have a
lines
quarterback.
are great. Can I fucking finish?
No,
Marty?
because you're wrong.
Finish? Well, then I'm out. Like, if you're not going to fucking just let me respond and you're just going to talk over me, then fuck it out.
What do you mean I'm talking? You talk. Oh, keep going. Go. Do yours, and then I will go.
They had like 4 rookies come in who played well, albeit last game. Their defensive offensive lines are good. They have nobody at receive. Juju and MVS and Sky Moore and Kadarius Toney at receivers. That's not very great, especially compared to the Eagles. Yeah, they have Travis Kelce. Yeah, they have Patrick Mahomes. I like Pacheco, but compared to the Eagles obviously have a better run game. Like, maybe, okay, they are more well-rounded than I gave credit to a minute ago, but the Eagles are very much more well-rounded.
Yes, the Eagles be more well-rounded, but the Chiefs are well-rounded. When you say, like, yes, they have Travis Kelce and Mahomes, that's guys, Mahomes, who's been, this is his 3rd time in the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts has never been in the Super Bowl. That's just a fact. And I don't think he'll be fine, but that is a thing that you have to factor in, is that they are more experienced, too, where they have Patrick Mahomes and Kelce who've been through this. And those are 2 guys that, yeah, I think that wide receivers, yes, the Eagles have better wide receivers. But Travis Kelce and Mahomes are still 2 people on the Chiefs that, and the defense doesn't get a lot of credit because of their offense, but they're like, what, the 5th best defense in the league?
I was going to say that too. I feel like no one ever talks about their defense just because the offense is so prolific.
Because of those 2 names I kept saying.
Listen, there's a lot of different ratings, dude. The one rating I saw was basically the Eagles had the 1 defense and the Chiefs had like 15. And then the Chiefs had like one offense, and the Eagles had 2.
Yeah.
So let's change the word from well-rounded to balanced. I think the Eagles are more balanced.
Oh, it's still going to upset me.
If you're going to be a great dad one day.
I'm good at that. I like playing devil's advocate in my own head. It kind of fucks you up in your brain sometimes.
I like
You're
seeing
always arguing with yourself.
I like seeing Smitty get riled up.
Like I always wanted to be Skip Bayless when I was a kid. So I like playing the devil's advocate. I enjoy it.
He didn't leave, did he?
No, I'm right here.
Good.
Ev, did you see what else Aaron Rodgers said? Whose opinion, I guess, matters. He said that the Eagles' offensive line is the best he's seen in 20 years while playing.
He did say that's true.
That's a Brandon thing.
He also didn't play very well this year, right?
Yeah, but him not playing well in his football IQ and him seeing.
I mean, you guys are crazy. If Aaron Rodgers said this the other way, you'd be like, he sucks.
He said he thought it was one of the best units he had seen in the last.
Yeah, I mean, that I don't think anyone's. Brandon might be
that
ayahuasca
brain.
That's what I was just about to say. It makes you see some crazy shit, man.
Brandon might be arguing the Eagles' offensive line's good.
Although I will say this, you know the guy Brian Baldinger who does like the tape stuff.
Great pinky.
He was showing some stuff that you just watched some of their like offensive line tape, and you're just like, whoa.
I will say Lane Johnson goes offside every play.
He does. He just times it up.
But see, the key is, I forget who said it the other day too, or someone. Oh no, Kyle Long was when he was on the streams. He was talking about like basically if you just do that every snap, they can't call it.
No, they can't. He does every time. What's going on over there, Smitty? You seem on edge today.
He's in war mode.
I am a little on edge. Game
war mode.
All right, I like that. No,
thank you.
That's fine. I like that.
And Ball Digger showed it. Lane Johnson just times it up, split second perfectly.
It just to me, I just thought it was shocking the way they were just driving San Fran off the line was crazy.
Let's get Smitty a little more mad and bring up Chris Sims talking because I knew that would get very.
He's the king of this shit.
He's the king of it, and I obviously don't agree with it. Jalen Hurts has been fantastic. He hasn't had to do much in the playoffs yet, but it's not his fault. The Eagles are absolutely. Why would he do more than he has to? You know?
Yeah, Chris Sims has just been a hater all year. He'd even put Jalen Hurts in like the top 32 quarterbacks at the beginning of the season, and now he's backtracking. He's going to backtrack all the way after Sunday. Like it's irrelevant. It's absolutely irrelevant what Chris Sims says.
Is it a disappointment if the Eagles? Obviously, it's a disappointment if they don't win. Obviously, that's a stupid question, but. Like, are you fully like fuck them if they lose?
Fuck the Eagles?
Yeah, like
no.
That's just like this is their year. They should definitely win.
No, absolutely not. They should win it because they're the better team. Absolutely, I think they're a much better team than the 2017 Eagles were, who beat a better team than the Patriots for sure. The Patriots then were a better team than the Chiefs now. I believe. I firmly believe that this Eagles team is just a great football team.
I also would say this too. I do think I wouldn't say it'd be like fuck this team too because I think they're young enough overall to get back. Like there's a few spots like obviously Kelsey's old and there's some guys like
yeah.
But I feel like overall like a lot of key positions they're youthful-ish.
They are and they're not. I mean, Jalen Hurts is only 24, which is incredible. They're going to need to pay him, which is going to just absolutely castrate most of the salary.
He was in a first round. They're going to have to pay him early.
Did you guys see that?
And also, they're losing a bunch of free agents. Like Gardner Johnson's gone. Hargrave's definitely gone. Isaac Salamalu's definitely gone. Bradbury's probably gone. They're not going to be able to re-sign all of them. But their O-line, who they drafted Cam Jurgens out of Nebraska last year. He's just sitting there, like ready to take over for Kelsey. Their D-line is stacked. They have the number 10 overall pick this year. I think it's number 10 from the Saints. So, I mean, they're just going to replenish from there and go beyond. Plus, A.J. Brown's locked up. Smith is there. Like, yeah, they'll be good, but...
Well, that's what I was really thinking. Like, they're pretty much their whole offense besides, like, Kelsey. You named a lot of defensive guys, which is fair, totally fair, but...
And Miles Sanders is gone.
But they'll be fun. Like they'll draft another guy who's good. They'll have Gainwell looks good. They'll figure that out.
My apologies, Booze. I didn't mean to interrupt you. He says he wants to run it back already, but I mean he's getting up there. Yeah, like
I just figured he's going to retire in the next couple of years. I mean,
as well Lane Johnson. But I mean Jordan Mailata's still on his rookie contract. Landon Dickerson, I think this is
year two,
third year. Like
2 or 3. Yeah,
he's already a stud. Like
Speaking of Bradbury, I'm seeing he's interested in going back to the Giants. I don't know how true it is. I saw a tweet. I don't know who it was from, but if they pay him, he said he'd be more than happy to go back to the Giants.
They got a lot of things to worry about.
We're going to spend some money.
Yeah, we got a lot of worry. Giants got a lot more to worry about. Can we play that Chris Sims thing or no?
No, we can't play it. I was just pulling up the quote of what he said.
So basically, I listened to a little bit of it. He just says this shit all the time.
I think what he said, he's still not a top 10 quarterback, was what he said.
Basically,
he's not a top 10 passer.
Passer, that's what it was.
And he says basically coaching on the Eagles is the easiest job in the world right now, pretty much.
Coaching the Eagles?
Coaching the Eagles offense or playing in the Eagles offense.
And playing. He basically said coaching and playing the quarterback is like the easiest.
Like, I do that to troll, but that's just stupid. I think he believes that. And, I mean, listen, passer, maybe he might not be top. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of good passing quarterbacks. At top 10,
I just think saying passer's like nitpicking.
Because he runs the fucking shit out of the ball. And
well, that's what I hate too, because they do it to Fields all the time, and it pisses me off. Where when these guys, these analysts, who they start trying to make like a quarterback being athletic is like a detriment.
Yeah, but
it's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
Fields is a difference. We can't.
But I'm saying like his running ability is not a detriment.
That's just part of the. That's
what it makes him better. Like, yeah. But I'm just saying, any running quarterback, they somehow try to like make that a thing, and it's the dumbest shit I ever heard. Literally, they are a better player because of it. Stop being like, oh, like it's just. I think
stupid. The one thing with Justin Fields is that his mobility sometimes leads to him holding the ball too long. I think that's the only knock on him, at least with his. But
mobility. I think they would say that's fair. He's younger. I was trying to compare him to Hurts.
Talented.
I was just saying more like, oh, like there's Lamar, like all the guys who are. Like, they love to be like, oh, he's a running back, blah, blah, blah. They just talk shit.
Yeah, I mean,
and Hurts his running ability obviously helps his passing ability. But there are some stats where his deep balls this year are among the best in the NFL, which is shocking after last year. I didn't think he'd be able to do that.
This game, if he came out and, like, the running game has been so dominant, like we said, he hasn't had to do much, and, again, that's not his fault, and he's made throws when he had to. But if he comes out and like really fucking puts it on the Chiefs and it's not just all the running game, there'll be nothing left to say about this.
See, I think he's gonna have a big I think he's gonna run for like 2 touchdowns.
Either that, and if he does that too, obviously.
I'm betting him to score. I think he's gonna have a big game. Like, and I'm not even saying he's gonna run for like 100 yards, but I just think like in the red zone, like they're gonna put the ball in his hands. And he's gonna make it happen.
I think this is the most excited I've been for a Super Bowl. The big game in a while. Like last year, I'm going to be honest, I didn't really care for the Rams Bengals.
Last year I did enjoy it because it was like new blood, but I think this year last year I think people really felt like the Rams were, I think they were like a 4.5, 5-point favorite. I want to say at least 4.
Yeah.
I think 4, and they rightfully so. They won by 2 or 3. I think people were more clear last year. Like everyone thought the Rams were going to win. Where this year I feel like it's such like a toss up. People are
because last year the Bengals were like this like feel good team where they came out of nowhere, and the
Rams were like the super team that like actually worked. Like they put together all these pieces. They get Stafford.
They bought it.
And then they get OBJ. They get
OBJ in the middle of the year. They get Von Miller for a season.
Yep.
And it all works out perfectly.
Yeah, that's where this year it is the clear 2 best teams, 2 well-rounded
and they're just very different styles.
And that's probably why we literally have not seen the line move like at all. Like everyone, I think,
that is crazy.
Already said, like it's just like I think if you whenever you finish watching like the last games, you're like, okay, I'm either going to be on the Chiefs or the Eagles, and I don't think anyone has really changed.
And literally, the day like that Sunday of the games, it opened like Pick'em, went immediately to Eagles like 2.5. Basically went back to Pick'em, went to like 1.5, and it just stayed there. That's it.
Yeah, it's so stale right now.
All the big movement was like the first day. Everyone went heavy on the Eagles when it was Pick'em, then went heavy on the Chiefs when they were getting 2.5, and then it's just like stopped.
One interesting line move.
Uh-oh.
That's the Smitty's face. He's just so mad.
Nobody's locked in though.
That was left to show.
Yeah, he had something really.
That was a Smitty stat.
Yeah, he was about to get it.
I need to know what he's going to say because I think it's actually going to be something smart.
If anyone can answer this, I want to actually know it. Has Jalen Hurts had to do any 2-minute drive this year to win a game?
Who, Hurts?
Yeah, I actually have no idea.
Yes, against the Colts. Against the Colts, he did.
Okay.
Did they against the Colts?
There's a prop for that.
And they were also down. They were also down 14-0 to the Jaguars, who are a good team, early, and ended up being up like 14.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just have I didn't remember any of those games.
The Eagles have just been dominant.
I can
say they've been winning every game by 20.
Yeah, I can see the Eagles winning by 2 scores. I can't see the Chiefs winning by 2 scores. I just can't. I can't.
I felt like I had that same like. I agree. Go ahead, Ev.
No, I agree. Like I don't know if I just don't. Listen, I don't really like see the Chiefs getting blown out, but I do think I agree with somebody. If one team were to win by double digits, I kind of think it would be the Eagles, because I think it would be them just kind of like.
I don't think any of them are.
Just like winning. Big. I think it would just be them winning huge up front.
How do you feel?
I don't see. The Chiefs could like maybe win up front, but I couldn't see them winning big because the Eagles D line and all. They're just so. Eagles, both their lines are just so good.
How do you feel about Stephen Shea saying they're going to win by 14 plus?
I'm not getting that bold.
I don't like it.
I love it.
Trust the data.
Go ahead, Megan.
My thing is that the Chiefs have already, like, as you know, I've said, this is Patrick Mahomes' 3rd Super Bowl. He's already been blown out in a Super Bowl. Like, Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes have been blown out in a Super Bowl. I don't think they let it happen again. Yeah, I don't care how good the Eagles are. I think Andy Reid knows what to do to make it not fucking happen again.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree with that.
You don't know Andy Reid. No,
yeah.
You don't know Andy Reid.
The only thing I would counter is
I know he owes you one. I know he owes you one.
The definition of insanity at times. Great coach.
The only thing I would say, listen, obviously Hurts is not Tom Brady, but I do think their team is similarly constructed to that.
But do you think that
Bucs team?
Do you think that experience in the Super Bowl has anything to do with this?
It can, for sure.
Like
we'll find out.
Obviously, never been there.
It absolutely can. But you just never know. Like I think in games like this, you really just.
Like, I know you don't. But
Hurts, I will say this. I do think it helps that Hurts has played in a lot of big games in his career.
Oh.
I think that.
And also, I mean, Kelsey, Lane Johnson, Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox.
Yeah, he got benched in a big game.
But he's also played other big games too. Besides, like out at Oklahoma, he played in big. Like he's played in big moments. I don't think he's gonna. Yeah. I don't think he's gonna walk in the Super Bowl and be like,
"No," but that's so different.
I don't think it is because, and this is why I'll say this: any game you play in, like you remember being a kid and playing like a big, like you still felt like it was the biggest game of your life. And I'm saying in that moment, like it still feels to you I think the moment still feels the same. Like he's not some guy that just is like showing up for this.
I understand that.
He's been prepared for this
moment.
But
it's still your first Super Bowl. But
it's like it's not his first football game.
But in the same instance,
no, that's a big difference.
But I'm saying he's not going to show up and just like forget like what.
Oh, I know that. I'm not saying he's going to suck so bad because it's his first one, but I do think having experience in the Super Bowl gives a little bit of an advantage.
I mean, I would have to agree with that. I mean, like,
I don't think I'm saying anything crazy.
No, it's not crazy.
No,
I don't think it like hurts, but
like this is his 3rd one.
So look at Jim Kelly. Just look at Jim Kelly and Andre Reed. They had plenty of experience in Super Bowl. Worked out well.
But I can't have a real conversation. I'm like saying the fucking most normal thing.
I'm trying to be in the middle.
Oh, you're getting trolled?
I'm not getting trolled. No, Smitty's getting legit
They're getting
mad
trolled right to your face. You don't even know it.
Mad?
You almost left the show because I said the Chiefs are well-rounded.
No, because you told me to respond, and I tried to respond, and you just kept yapping.
Oh, you never interrupt anybody. You never interrupt anybody.
I know I'm an interrupter. Really? Okay, Marty, I apologize.
I'm kidding. It's fun. It's kind of nice to get a little riled up here.
It feels good to get a little wound up.
It does. Our show's better when we get riled up.
But also, the Eagles, obviously the Chiefs are more Super Bowl experience because they were there 2 years ago. But the Eagles still have Kelsey, Lane Johnson, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, all leaders on this team.
Jake Elliott.
And Jake Elliott. Oh, Elliott is already a Philly beast. He's going to go down all time with like David Akers. He's
I was going to say, do you think he passes David Akers?
Yes, I do. If he stays healthy.
The biggest story of this week is... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Megan.
No, I was going to say, if the Eagles lose by 14 plus, do you think Philadelphia is cursed?
No, not at all. I think the curse was broken in 2008 and then definitely forgotten about with the Eagles Super Bowl. I mean, there's just no way that Eagles Super Bowl.
I just keep going back to that baseball game we watched together. I was just, that was a fun baseball game.
The Phillies shouldn't have been there. Like that was a miracle run. That was a great run.
Don't get me upset.
The Yankees should have been there though.
Or the Orioles if that's the case.
Who did better last year? Same result.
No, the Phillies made the
Orioles, Phillies, Yankees, all the same result.
Yeah,
it's true. 100% true.
It's true.
The last topic I want to talk about before you guys get to picks, it's awesome how much J.J. Watt loves Frank the Tank.
Unreal.
I was watching
the
that
best
video.
thing that's probably
so
ever
funny.
happened.
The way he just was talking about how he just like put all the salt on his hot dog, and it's like J.J. Watt's watching that is insane.
I think the funniest part to me is, and they joked about it at the end. I'm glad they did that. Frank would be so incredibly unimpressed by J.J. Watt.
He would be.
Dude,
like when Michelle Ryan went up and talked to him.
I don't think there's any human being that could walk in that he would be truly like impressed by.
Oh, that new
Ever.
one? No. You'd
like,
be like
any profession,
go up to Tank
any
being like, oh, J.J. Watt knows. Oh, that's nice.
That's nice. That was so. He would never say that.
I think
He'd say, all right,
oh, cool, like something like that.
Yeah,
Just
maybe.
like,
maybe.
That's nice. I was like, no way he'd say that.
He'd be like, oh, that's okay, but the fucking Dolphins just go off about or Kyrie Irving or something.
My fucking soup's cold.
Yeah.
Me and Rome the other day were literally texting back and forth, just like fake scenarios that Frank would be in and how he would react to it. Dude, hilarious. I love Frank the Tank.
30 minutes. All right, this has been cooking now about 45 minutes. Put these potatoes and this corner grill. I don't like that. It's charred up. What the fuck?
Charred up. What the fuck?
He's just dumbfounded. He's just staring at it. PFT's right. When we tell him, like, we'll show him this clip, and he'll be like, okay.
All right, before we get into picks,
nice.
before we get into picks, I got big news. A new free-to-use payment method is now available at Barstool Sportsbook and Casino, and we highly recommend it, giving it a try. Skrill is an instant, secure, and hassle-free option, whether you're depositing or withdrawing. Here's how it works. Select Skrill at checkout, enter your login, pay with your bank balance, Skrill balance, or pick another option. I'm going to go ahead and pay directly from my bank account. Once I've entered my online banking details, I've simply confirmed the amount and pay. Online gambling is only legal in certain states. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 plus. But go to Skrill.com/Barstool and sign up for the free account. And don't forget to choose Skrill when depositing at Barstool Sports and Casino. We all use it. Go make sure you use it because it's the easiest way to go about the casino. All right. Big Ev, you go.
Yeah, so I'm on Seton Hall plus big card today. Good day last night. Seton Hall plus 4, West Virginia minus 3.5, Penn State minus 4, Oklahoma State minus 6. Bama, I love Bama tonight. I think they roll. SMU plus a little rat line at home against Temple. I'm going LSU plus 10, Oklahoma plus 10, and Utah State late night minus 2 at home.
I have Creighton minus 4, Michigan minus 11.5, West Virginia minus 3.5, Providence minus 13, Florida plus 10, LSU plus 10. My favorite's Creighton minus 4. I think Seton Hall it's a weird line, but I think Seton Hall can't match up with Kalkbrenner. They don't have a guy that could fucking just cover him.
Well, I'm on Seton Hall plus the 4. I'm also going to add Hofstra depending on Aaron Estrada, but I think he is going to play because I have it at minus 6.5 and it's now 7.5. So I will be adding Hofstra most likely. Seton Hall plus the 4, Belmont plus 1.5, Iowa State plus 4, Bonnie's minus 6.5, Temple minus 2.5, Penn State minus 4, LSU plus 10, Oklahoma plus 10, and then I'll have a parlay, which will be Penn State money line, Iowa State plus 4.5, and LSU plus 10.5. So that'll be a parlay for today.
Smitty?
Little relaxing ice action. Stars wild over. Love the Rangers tonight. Rangers minus 1.5 at home, plus 100. Canucks under 2.5 against the Rangers. Anthony Edwards under 4.5 assists. And Trailblazers at home, money line.
Do you actually like watching hockey, Smitty?
I love watching hockey live.
Yeah,
really?
live.
And I'll put it on when I bet it. I use a couple of analytical sites to put together my Ice Prince picks.
Evan, Marty, I have a question. With both of y'all being on West Virginia, is that purely just like a play against a ranked team? Like, is that like that is that why y'all are playing West Virginia? Or do you genuinely think that this is just a better spot for West Virginia with Iowa State beating Kansas? Like, is it like are y'all thinking it's a letdown spot?
That's literally what.
I think I was going to say both.
One, you see that.
I love Iowa State as a team. I really do. I just think these are like just the Big 12. These are just these like weird spots.
Well, Big 12 at home. It's just Big 12 at home is such a fucking different animal.
And I agree. And so, like, looking at it, like, immediately I saw, like, when I saw the 4 this morning, I was like, I don't know. So I went and looked at the numbers. But, dude, Iowa State, their 3 losses were against all top 10 ranked opponents. And then they've only lost by, like, 3. They're the last like 4 games, like the last 4 games that they lost. So they've been keeping it within that 4, and within my parlay, you get 4.5. So you're getting a little extra hook action there.
Sometimes I take myself completely out of like knowing anyone who's on the teams, and I do this. I go, all right, Iowa State just beat the living fuck out of Kansas, right? West Virginia is like 3-7, 3-8 in the Big 12. Why the fuck are they 3-8?
I try to do the same thing. For me, yeah, it was.
Iowa State's been very impressive.
I love watching them play. Like I love what they do. They do a good job in the transfer portal.
Yeah, they do. They definitely.
I mean, I'm definitely worried about it, but I just don't think West Virginia at home has been nearly the beast that they have been, like in history's past. And I just find, I feel like this is probably the trappiest game on the board. Besides, as you said, the SMU Temple game, which I'm on the other side of Ev on, but. I couldn't not take Iowa State here.
College basketball, like Texas A&M is 9-2 in the SEC.
Yeah,
they're not in the tournament right now.
It's so weird.
And we all are on LSU, and LSU's only had 1 SEC win. I mean, we're getting 10.
LSU one scares me a little bit.
LSU's
terrifying.
I think they got lucky early on. I mean, they had like no scholarships going into the year, then they finally got.
That total says that it should stay within the 10 now.
Yeah,
but that's stupid.
It's like
LSU should bring Ben Simmons back.
Hey,
you're gonna say Ben Nets.
I watched Ben a lot last night. That fucking team fucked the Nets.
Did he score 2 points last night?
Yeah, he tried.
Oh, he threw it up there? Good for him.
Also, Chris Paul.
Smitty 1 for 2 from the field.
College effort. Chris Paul can't shoot the ball anymore. He's just too old.
I've been a Chris Paul.
He's a really good passer. That's all it is. That's the show. We will be. Smitty, you back tomorrow?
I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you, Booze, Ebo, everybody in the booth.
We will be back tomorrow, and the Yak is up next. See you guys.